Well, good morning everybody and welcome to Derp your Hooves. Today we are testing the BrSimDesigns Beechcraft Bonanza H-35 V-tail. Nice little payware aircraft. I think it was about 25 bucks. I wanted to go ahead and start by saying I am in no way being paid to endorse this aircraft. It is payware. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 does come with the standard Beechcraft Bonanza. This is the V-tail version. It is, again, a third-party payware aircraft. It has the external tanks on the tips of the wings. Again, as you can see, it has the V-tail, and it has a beautiful paint job. Full animations, landing lights. Everything looks really good detail-wise on the outside of this aircraft. Nice glossy paint. So let's go ahead and let's jump into the inside. And we are actually on the runway at the beautiful Catalina Island off the coast of California. Today we will be taking off and heading into Los Angeles. And here we have all of our standard gauges and our twin yoke. Everything looks pretty standard here. Let's see, the pop open window opens and closes. Doors open and close. So we have that. What happens if you go to the back seat? Well, there is no way out of the back seat. But you can flip the seat forward, see that? And your passengers can get out. So, again, we can say, hey, Bob, where you been, man? Dude, hop on in. Oh, no, you're not sitting in the front seat. We don't trust you. You're going to start messing with the controls and stuff. Yeah, hop on in. We're going to have to do some Uber Air today and go pick up some people. So hop on in the back, Bob. TPS reports. Forgot to do them. Alright, well, I know how that goes. So anyhow, we got Bob in the aircraft. Sit around here, taking a look around. Say hi, Bob. Bob is the invisible man, just in case you were wondering. That's why he's so hard to know whether he's working or he's not. But anyhow, here we are. We've got a bunch of boxes in the back. Not so sure what's in them, but, hey, I guess if we have to stop at customs somewhere, we're going to find out, right? So let's go ahead and let's look at this. Got your, looks like a Garmin autopilot. Oh, look, the glove box opens and closes. We have some magnesium sticks or emergency flares in there. That's always good in case we land on a deserted island somewhere. And you've got all your standard flight pedals. Oh, they're animated too. Look, the brakes work. So we've got our compass and our altimeter, and everything looks really good. Haven't had a whole lot of time to play around with this, and I understand. Hey, look, I got the lights on. I've got the dash lights on. So we got position lights. Oh, floodlights. There we go. So let's see what happens if we get rid of the floodlights because it's daytime and we don't really need floodlights during the daytime. I guess it really doesn't matter. I have to read the manual on this to go ahead and figure out, oh look, nav lights. Okay, so we've got everything. And our pitot heat is on. We have cabin heat. On the virtual world, I guess it really doesn't matter if you have cabin heat. So it looks like we're all set to go. The auxiliary fuel pump is on. Our landing gear is down. So let's go ahead and show the yoke again and get on our way. And I guess the lights being on, the dash lights being on, they aren't going to bother us. Kind of nice little feature. So let's say 1 natural flaps and release the parking brake and take a look at what we got here. Full throttle, full RPM on the propeller, and it yaws a little bit to the left when you don't ease on the throttle. But I've been, babbling on and mumbling again. So let's see if we can't just kind of get out of here. Well, it definitely has a nice little pickup for the Bonanza. Trying to stay straight. And as it pulls a little bit and yaws a little bit down the curved runway here. Catalina Island, and we had better pull up or we're going to hit those trees. And we are off. Maybe adjust our trim a little bit here. so we can nose up, not nose down. By the way, this is the standard Microsoft scenery. I don't know. Oh, actually, it's not. The Catalina Island, I'm sorry about that. This is actually a freeware add-on that I got on flightsim.to for the island, at least for the airport. And it has some enhancements in the town. Let's go ahead and bring our gears up. There they are, they're down, and bring them up. And gears are up, and flaps are up, and wow, that's a beautiful aircraft. So, wow. Flies pretty much straight without even my hands on the stick like it should. Let's turn off some of those landing lights, shall we? Nose down a little bit. And can't really see them, but let's go ahead and go over. Nose up a little bit, I guess. Hiccups today, sorry about that. Oh, we don't need the landing lights on. The beacon lights would be good, the nav lights are good to have on, but we don't need the landing lights, and we don't need the taxi lights. The landing gear is up, and the parking brake is also. Okay, go back to the normal view here in the cockpit, and hand back on the stick, because yeah, it's probably going to roll a little bit. Let's see how it does as I gently adjust the trim, and kind of see if I can't knock it over a little bit that way with the trim. Doesn't really seem to have rudder trim. Interesting. Well, anyhow, kind of center that trim. There we go, that centers it. Well, this is pretty nice. I gotta hand it. I gotta hand it to these BrSimDesigns guys. This is it's actually a really nice aircraft. Give it a little more gas, kind of push it. And let's see, how fast does this thing go? We're about 150 knots, that's pretty good. 200 knots, really? I don't know about that. Oh, we have miles per hour in knots, so we're at 130 knots. That's pretty cool. I didn't know the Bonanza had miles an hour in knots. It's pretty cool. So, again, Asobo, who I guess was contracted out to help with creating Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, I'm not so sure who makes their Bonanza, the game's standard Bonanza. A little less propeller. But a little less propeller RPM, maybe. Just a hair. I'm not sure who makes it. You know, it's a good aircraft itself, but at the same time, I kind of like this one better. I'm gonna do a little bit of turning here. That's about it. As we slowly turn around Catalina Island. And there's the town of Catalina down there. Little touristy place, good for vacations. If I haven't mentioned that before. Probably, you know, pretty well known. So I do have the grammetry turned on. I normally don't turn it off because I also fly helicopters, as you know, in this sim. And although when you turn it off, sometimes it can enhance the scenery a little bit and make it a little less, you know, zombie apocalypse-like. You know, or I don't know, post World War III like. It's still not bad. Like I said, I mean, up high, that kind of actually enhances the whole terrain. And again, you got to remember it is a sim, so you know, if you want to know what it looks like in real life, well, then you're going to have to obtain a private pilot's license or go fly with someone who has one. But all in all, this isn't bad. Kind of tooling along here at about, what are we at, about 160 knots? Let's put on the autopilot for a second here so we can actually kind of hands off the stick and level out with the altitude. You know, real simple, and I don't have a destination set here. Just pretty much California coast as we're headed in towards roughly the Long Beach area where they keep the Queen Mary. It's about 180 miles an hour, which is about 150-ish knots. Not bad, not a bad little performer. About 4,100 feet above sea level. Maybe see if we can adjust the, not so much the RPM as the propeller, but how about adjust the air to fuel ratio a little bit, see if we can't bring the RPMs up a hair. By doing so, just a little bit, kind of lean it out a little bit. And you know, if you lean it out too much, you just stall the motor. It's just not the best thing. Anyhow, beautiful cockpit in this thing. So here we are again, we're kind of flying along. Let's take a look on the outside. If you look on the outside here, man, it's a beautiful aircraft. Gotta forgive me, I'm kind of zooming around my mouse. My desk is a little cluttered. Never show you how horribly unorganized my desk is. Oh, there's the oil rigs. That's also an add-on that I had put in. I know the simulator puts them in standard, but I do have the oil rig enhancement and the again, lots of freeware stuff. I will go for the payware stuff if it's priced right and it's done right. So again, this is about 25 bucks US dollars. It's not bad. I kind of like the attention to detail as we're going around here. You really don't kind of get some of this in the standard sim. Got a really nice reflection there. They did the paint mask or the comp file well. Make that paint nice and shiny. And I do intend someday to do a tutorial on how to enhance liveries, make your own custom liveries. It's going to be quite a long series of tutorials, so kind of have to get those ready. Make a lesson plan so it's something that everybody can understand. And again, if I haven't mentioned before, I do some of my own liveries. Obviously, this is one of them. But I did use the standard comp files underneath, which gives it that shine. It turned out really nice. So, over there is the airport of Long Beach. Let's get back in the cockpit here. And today we are going to... I don't know what we're going to head into. I was thinking Van Nuys. I'm not so sure if I even set it up to have a flight plan. Oh, I did, look. So, I did fly this the other day. I'm not going to click on the door because it might open it by accident and then it's going to crash. This isn't necessarily the very first time that I've flown this since I've purchased it. However, I wonder if that's going to tweak our lights or if that's our... Stop playing with the rudder trim. What are you doing? Alright. Not really a master of his aircraft yet. He'll tell you, yep, that's exactly what I was messing around with. Could have got us all killed in real life. This crazy man doesn't know what he's doing. Don't worry about it. A little bit here, a little bit there. Oh, that's right. It also has the cowl flaps, so you can cool off the engine and slow down using the cowl flaps. But you'd figure that the floodlight would be... Now, have something to do with the panel brightness, but it does have a floodlight. Oh, post lights. There we go. Let's turn the post lights down and see if that does anything. Just because it's a nice feature to have, but again, it's daytime. Well, it's the afternoon. So let's kind of go in here. I know I've hidden the yoke. Bring the yoke back. Let's actually open the cowl flaps up a little bit so we can see what that looks like. And there's your cowl flaps down there. It's in front of the aircraft, the covering of the aircraft. This is a cowl. It's not a hood, it's a cowl. That's interesting. So we could slow down with the cowl flaps a little bit on landing. And put them back. I don't really need them right now. Doesn't really like the engine's overheating. So a fun little plane so far. We're nice and level. And let's kill the autopilot real quick. So, and kind of pull down and look at some of this freeware Long Beach scenery. So again, I do have some enhancements here. The sim itself does not necessarily have everything looking so nice, even after Sim Update 6. And I really haven't downloaded the USA update. It seems that they cover certain areas. I'm not sure what they cover in it. I haven't downloaded the latest one after I reinstalled the sim. Just wasn't interested. A little less throttle. I wonder if that'll bring the cowl flaps out. No, and there is no brake on this. Yeah, but to slow it down, we can just kind of, you know, bring the propeller RPM down. And just be careful. Anyhow, so there were some differences between the, then, you know, please forgive me for the zombie apocalypse scenery. But again, this is another free add-on I downloaded from flightsim.to, the Long Beach scenery pack, and it actually makes the Long Beach bridge here look really nice. Kind of removes the weirdness that you get when you don't have it installed. It kind of gives you this black curtain that hangs all the way down. I'm sure it has something to do with the 3D modeling. And you can kind of see down to your left there again, everything looks like it's kind of melted and crumpled, and well, you know, it's just, they did their best, and I think they included the cranes and some other stuff, but there is, that kind of combines both of them. So again, this is a freeware file for this scenery, and it's pretty good. Yeah, maybe a little slower, get a little bit of flaps to slow us down here as well. A little bit of lower RPMs on the propeller. And so there's the, I think the USS Iowa parked over there, and somewhere around here should be the Queen Mary. Look for the big dome, and you'll find it. I think it's over that way. But here we go, and we are actually starting to slow down a little bit as we come in lower over Los Angeles. Well, actually Long Beach, sorry, but you know, still county of Los Angeles. And some oil refineries and stuff that's out here. A little more throttle, a little more propeller RPM, a little less zero flaps maybe. And here we go. So, you know, I mean, again, if you're high up enough, you won't see some of the scenery down there. And it's nice. It's definitely a huge touch, you know, compared to what it was like 15 years ago with Flight Sim 2004. Yeah, lower than we were before. It's a really nice plane. So, I suppose we could land there in Torrance. I'm just not feeling it. Feeling like maybe we should kind of extend this flight a little bit, or I guess we could land in Torrance. I was gonna kind of test out the autopilot. But for a nice little GA aircraft, this is actually a really nice payware GA aircraft. Again, we're not sure what we have in our boxes from Catalina, but I guess we'll find out. Hopefully it's not Bob's doing. Let's actually go ahead and land over there. No, not a heliport. Not. It's a Peony Field. It is. Should be right here. Maybe it is Zerpini Field. It's not Compton and Woodley. Not one of my. Oh, that's what it is. It's like Long Beach. Dirty Field. To the Queen Mary heliport. Or we could just go for Los Angeles. Let's go for LAX. I know where LAX is. Tune to LAX Tower. And let's do a full stop landing. LAX is right in front of us. Right there.
Generic 8 Mike contact ground on 121.4. Los Angeles Tower Derp Pony plane 777 is 7 miles south, 2,500 feet with golf to land.
Where are they going to put us today?
Plane 777 Los Angeles Tower. Altimeter 29er.9er, forward 268 at 19er.
25 left.
Runway 25 left.
Copy. 25 left.
Take left base runway 25 left Derp Pony plane 777.
25 left.
One two 1.4 for generic 8 Mike.
So, I mean, we did deviate a little bit from my flight plan today, but I don't want to make this an incredibly long flight. Just for the video, when I am flying just for myself, I can make it as long of a flight as I like. So we were going to do 25 left, just kind of get out here. And yes, there are other players in the sky. Yes, I do have the traffic names turned off just for the sim, just because we're recording a video. But when you're flying with your buddies or your friends, or you're flying in a group flight or a stream, and I happen to know someone who does do streams, Mr. Aussie Flight Simmer.
Follow the aircraft on final. Wind 268 at 12.
It's kind of nice to
Runway 25 left.
have all of your tags on,
52 exit runway when able.
so you know who's flying with you.
Corolla's 330 number tree for landing. Follow the generic on final. Wind 268 at 12. Cleared to land runway 25 left. Lufthansa 452 contact ground on 1.075.
So again, we're just going to kind of talk over the air traffic controller because it's a very busy airport, and they're going to be talking a lot. See? So someone else is cleared to land on 25 left. But again, I mean, I've flown with friends before on this, met some really cool people also through Microsoft Flight Sim. And, you know, if any of you are real pilots, you know, as anyone would be able to know that, you know, there are little name tags that float above the plane, so in reality, you really can't see who's out there, what's out there. You can see the little blinking lights. If they have their nav lights on and their beacons on. But this would pretty much be about as close to real life as you can get. So, I mean, there's people. They're out there. They're flying. Like, right there. There's two aircrafts. Heading into 25 left. So I actually want to start getting over towards 25 left. Because I would like to land too.
American 2333, turn next taxiway.
And
Tower, Hawaiian 1011 miles, east inbound ILS runway 24 right approach.
Being a very smaller GA
Los
plane,
Angeles Tower. Altimeter 29
it shouldn't take a
wind 268 at 12. Cleared ILS runway 24 right approach.
incredible amount of space to land.
Cleared ILS runway 24 right approach, Hawaiian 10.
Say like a MD 777 or 747.
American 2333, turn next taxiway.
So we don't need to make our approach so far out. But if you were flying a jumbo jet, you would probably want to make your approach a little farther back.
Los Angeles Tower, Scandinavian, Niner Tree, 114 miles east, inbound ILS runway 25 left approach. Scandinavian, Niner Tree, 1 Los Angeles Tower. Altimeter 29.9, 4 wind 178 at 12. Cleared ILS runway 25 left approach. American 2333, turn next taxiway. Los Angeles Tower, all Nippon 10616 miles east, inbound ILS runway 24 right approach. Corolla's 330, go around. All Nippon 106 Los Angeles Tower. Altimeter 29.9, 4 wind 178 at 12. Cleared ILS runway 24 right approach. American 2333, contact ground on 121.4. Cleared ILS runway 25 left approach, Scandinavian Niner Tree 1.
And I'm also pretty sure that
22 heavy wind 178 at 12.
some of you guys are
Runway 25 left.
airline simmers.
Hawaiian 10, follow the generic on final.
Well, we're close.
178 at 12.
I can kind of slow down and give myself a little bit of
Southwest
room.
148 number 2 for landing. Follow the generic on final. Wind 268 at 12. Cleared to land runway 24 right. Corolla's 330, contact SoCal approach on 124.3. Good day.
Cleared to land runway 24 right number 2 southwest 148. Cleared to land runway 24 right, Hawaiian 10.
Well, you're in their flight path there, Pony.
ILS runway 24 right approach, all Nippon 106.
Cleared to land runway 25 left, Polaris Niner 22 heavy.
Whoops. They're not gonna clear me. I'm gonna say go around,
124.3, Corolla
derpy pony plane. So,
Polaris Niner 22 heavy turn, next taxiway.
should you even be on approach? Let's go take a look and see who's around us.
Tower southwest tree 48612 miles east inbound ILS runway 24 right.
I don't see him.
Southwest
Someone's out there.
486 Los Angeles Tower. Altimeter 29.9, 4 wind 268 at 12. Cleared
See if they
ILS
call
runway
us in.
24 right approach. Derp pony plane 777, follow the aircraft on the runway. Wind 268 at 12. Cleared to land runway 25 left. Hawaiian
Alright.
10 go around. Southwest 14 turn next taxiway. Polaris Niner 22 heavy exit runway when able. Scandinavian Niner tree 1 number 2 for landing. Follow the on final. Wind 268 at 12. Cleared to land runway 25 left.
Cleared to land runway 25 left, Derp pony plane 777.
Cleared ILS runway 24 right approach, southwest tree 486. Southwest 148 turn next taxiway. Polaris Niner 22 heavy exit runway when able.
So we're coming in for our approach, and there's
Cleared to
the
land runway 25 left number 2 Scandinavian Niner tree 1.
heavy behind us.
Going around Hawaiian 10.
Pretty busy sky
Hawaiian 10
today.
contact SoCal approach on 124.5.
25 left. Landing lights, right? Landing lights, yeah.
121.4 American 2333.
Landing lights. Get them in here. Get them while they're hot, your landing
Los
lights.
Angeles Tower FedEx 150814 miles east inbound ILS runway 25
Landing
left
lights.
Southwest 148 turn next taxiway.
A little bit of yokes for
Polaris Niner
reality.
22 heavy contact ground on 1 tree 1.975. Southwest 148 contact ground on 121.75.
I think we're coming a little
FedEx
fast.
1508 Los Angeles Tower. Altimeter 29.9, 4 wind 268 at 12. Cleared ILS runway 25 left approach.
Oh,
Scandinavian
gears.
931 go
They would
around.
help.
All Nippon 106 wind 268 at 12. Cleared to land runway 24 right.
Flaps help.
Southwest 3486 follow the aircraft on final. Wind 268 at 12. Cleared to land runway 24 right. Scandinavian Niner tree 1 contact SoCal approach on 124 tree. Good day.
A little less propeller. And I think a little bit more nose down. Again, I'm
Land runway 24 right, all Nippon
totally
106.
derping this here today. Cowl flaps.
Cleared ILS runway 25
Everything to
left
create
approach,
drag.
FedEx 1508.
There we go, we're slowing down. Less
Cleared to
propeller.
land runway 24 right,
Almost
southwest
zero
3486.
propeller.
124 for Scandinavian Niner tree 1.
I got
131.9,
this.
75 Polaris Niner 22 heavy.
Full flaps it is. We're just coming in too fast.
121.75 for Southwest 148.
And I have no idea what the stall speed of this aircraft is. I think it was like 60, 80, something. It feels like it's starting to stall. How about a little more flaps now? Yeah, it's starting to stall. Why aren't you babbling on landing? Well, you know, trying to focus. And full
Southwest
flaps.
3486 go around.
No throttle.
FedEx
Starting to
1508, follow the aircraft on downwind.
sweat a little bit here on the stick.
Cleared to land runway 25 left.
And there we
All
are.
Nikon 1066
Well, we landed on
runway
24 left. 25 left was the other one. Well,
Going around
that's
southwest 3486.
where we weren't supposed to land. Oh,
Southwest 3486,
I'm
contact
in this
Los
airport
Angeles
sooner
Center
or
on
later.
132.85.
There we go.
Good day.
On the ground, a little bit of a stall, a little bit of a float.
Derp Pony plane 777, contact ground on 121.4.
121.4 Derp Pony plane 777.
All Nippon 106, turn next taxiway.
Clear
Get
to
this
land runway 25.
derpy pony plane off of 24. So here you have it.
32.85, southwest 3486.
Again, this is the Beechcraft Bonanza H-35 V-tail. Beautiful aircraft. Let's kind of get the external view going here. Get those flaps up.
All Nippon 106, exit runway when able.
And
All Nippon 106, contact ground on 131.975.
let's go to GA. GA parking. So here you have it, everybody.
131.975 for all Nippon.
Again, this is the BrSimDesigns Beechcraft Bonanza H-35 V-tail. About $25 or so. Really worth every penny. Beautiful little aircraft, and you can see, I mean, this
American
is
2861, follow the aircraft on final. Wind 248 at 15. Cleared to land runway 24 right. Cleared to land runway 24 right, American 2861. FedEx 1508, exit runway when able.
and I know where I'm headed. So again, this is the Beechcraft Bonanza. Turn off our landing lights, we don't need them. A little too bright for the taxi lights, but here it is. As we taxi down the runway, or sorry, taxi down the taxiway a little too fast. Kind of just want to pull over here. I know I'm way off of GA parking, but towards the commercial ramps. And I got live players, so just kind of pull it over here, get off the taxiway. I don't think he made it. Interesting little bounce there. Oh, we're doing lawn darts today in the background. Not so sure who that is, but that was fun to watch. Maybe they'll watch this this video one day. We're like, that was me doing lawn darts in LAX. Yes, 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 it was. And slow her down, set the brake. So again, Beechcraft Bonanza H-35 V-tail by BrSimDesigns. I think it was well worth every penny if you like the GA aircraft. Flight model's beautiful. And even a derp like me can land it on the runway. Thanks for watching today, guys. If you like what you've seen, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe, and always feel free to share my videos. And I look forward to seeing you in the sky.